Alright fam, so today's destination fitness with Carlos, coming from the Australian Outback in the Pilbara region of Australia. Look at the size of that truck. And this is a special episode to explain to you what I'm doing here at the moment. Look at the wheels on that truck, guys. Look at me standing next to the wheel. That's how big it is. But anyway guys, I'm in the Outback, Australian Outback, Western Australia, middle of nowhere. And the episode's coming to you from there today. Enjoy. Alright fam, so here I am, Newman, overlooking the town of Newman. And this Newman place is where we work, down the bottom there, but all around you will see mines everywhere. And this is the main town, guys, only 4,000 people, mainly an Aboriginal settlement, and then a lot of people that work in the area that actually live here as well, but most of us fly in and fly out. But this is it, in the Outback here in Pilbara. Beautiful scenery, but this is all a mining town. And basically, like I said, Aboriginal community that lives here. Bit of a story regarding that, things that have been explained to me, but I'll explain that to you as well. But as you can see guys, this is it. Very dry, very warm. Alright guys, so this is what a mining camp looks like in Western Australia. As you can see, all these places here, that's where people live, or where they stay when they arrive. We're in the middle of nowhere in the Outback. This town of Newman only has about 4,000 people that live here. But financially, a lot of mining goes on in this place. All different companies, BHP, big Australian company, Rio Tinto, all operate from these areas. But basically guys, these are where they set us up to stay. Very remote. It's fenced off, so no one can get in. The population or the community here is mainly Aboriginal communities, 4,000, so they have their own homes out there. But this is it guys, very remote, very outback. We are in the Outback Australia, but yeah, this is what it looks like guys. And like I said, I'll walk you around just to show you a little bit of what these sites look like and what life is like to live here, and the sort of way that we live and different people work here. And really, it's very remote, very quiet. Look at this guys, we're during the day, it's nearly midday. People are all out. It's only the people that actually work on site here in the camp that are here. Most of the miners go out to the mines and everything else. But this is it guys, like I said, very remote, very red, very dry, very Australian. But this is it guys, and I'll explain a little bit more on how it all works. So how it works in these camps guys, and why we call it FIFO, which is fly in, fly out. You basically fly into these camps because in the remote Australia, in the Outback, in the middle of nowhere. My roster is basically I come in for 2 weeks and I fly out for a week. So I work 2 weeks, but it's 14 days straight. No weekend, no break, no nothing. 14 days straight and 12-hour days. Start at 7 a.m, finish at 7 p.m. That is how I work, but that's how most of us work here. So even though financially, yeah, people say, yeah, it looks great, but you do work long hours, but you do get a good break afterwards. So 1 week I can go back to Sydney, to Thailand, wherever I want to go, and come back for 2 weeks. That's how it works, but it can be very tiring, guys. Don't make any mistake about it. It's not glamorous either. But it isn't for everybody, but it is something that, you know, if you want to financially make some money, and, you know, in your future, you can get some work out of here as well. You can do that as well. Great for people, engineers and all this sort of thing. Working in the mining industry, big mining companies pay big money, and all that sort of thing. So there is a lot of benefits to it, but you have to be somebody who's prepared to be away from your family, friends, be on your own a lot. So it's not easy, but this is part of the life. So I'll give you an idea what our laundries look like. So while we're here, we don't pay for anything, basically. Nothing. Food, washing, clothing, the whole lot, all given to us. So this is where we get our clothes wash. As you can see, heaps of washing machines, heaps of dryers. And like I said, the benefits of these jobs and why people do them, is because of that. Financially they pay us well, but when you are here working, you don't pay for anything. Like I said, this is a laundromat. There's a few of these around the camp, and so my clothes, your water, everything, nothing's paid for. Your food, you pay for, everything's free, and the food is fantastic. The food is the most important thing in the camps, because that's where everyone congregates, everyone goes to. The kitchen is the most important thing, and the food is fantastic. But in that respect, as you see, guys, whenever you wash your clothes every day because they get dusty, dirty. Even myself, just walking, I walk around here all the time with all different things that I've got to do, and it does get very, very dirty. But like I said, guys, this is what it looks like. You get your laundromat and everything done free of charge. You do it yourself, obviously, but it's all free of charge. Now, guys, one thing that people always ask me is, what do the rooms look like? So that's what the buildings look like. Now I'm speaking a little bit softly because there's people who work night shift here and they'll be sleeping. But that's what the buildings look like, where we stay and where we sleep. Nothing special. In the red dirt, middle of nowhere. I'm going to show you to my room. And the flies are a killer. So, this is my room here. And the good thing about my room, there's a side of it, it backs onto the fence and there's no one next to me. So that's what I got to see. Nothing special, it's just bush. It backs onto the fence where I am. But anyway, let me show you inside the room. But that's what the buildings look like. Like I said, they're just sheds. One thing you've got to be wary of, maybe it's thick there on the ground. You just got to keep an eye on the floor. Snakes especially. I haven't seen any for a while. I don't look out for them that much. But I have seen, if you go on my social media, you will see my first night or my first day here, there was a snake. But go on my social media, YouTube, my Instagram and my Instagram and my TikTok, and you'll see the snake that was just between two of the buildings there. But anyway, guys, let's go and look inside the room. That's how you open the door. And this is the room. Now, I can get the glasses off. Now, I'll show you something. The door's open at the moment. Simple room. Lights on. This is with the lights off. And as you saw, guys, that was the lights off, and it is pitch black. And the reason why is because people work night shift. So when you switch a light, as you can see, it's daylight outside, bright as, but you switch the light off and it's pitch black in here. So that's designed for the night shift people who need a break and need a rest when they come back. But this is the room, guys. This is literally what you have. A single bed. I haven't slept on a single bed for I don't know how many years. A single bed. There's a little fridge. I've got a little spot for my laptop. You come here, and the TV, of course. But like you say, guys, they say you can just swing a cat in the room. This is about it. A little locker if you've got any personal possessions. Most people here don't bring much because you're only here for a few days, and then you're out. You've got your bathroom. And there you go. I can't even walk in for the bathroom. It's my towel. And like I say, it's very, very basic accommodation, guys. I'm just stepping back, and that is it. That is the room. And really, you just come here and sleep. There's not really much to do here, guys. You just come back in the room, and you go to sleep. So, people have asked me about the rooms. What's the accommodation like? This is it. Very, very basic, nothing exciting. It's not hotel accommodation. The food is brilliant, but the accommodation is really just to come back and sleep. I do a little bit of work on my laptop and have a break. You want to get out and just have your own space. So this is your little space. So this is what the rooms look like in the fly-in, fly-out villages, guys. Very basic. One of the issues you got out here, guys, I've been speaking to some people about it. I'm looking out at some mines down there. The wind's blowing from that direction, so I don't want it in the camera. I can see the trucks going, the mining going, digging up a lot of money from the ground, you can imagine. But guys, a lot of Aboriginal communities that live here, and these companies that work here, they're brilliant in the sense that they want to give the local Indigenous population some opportunities to work with them. So if you're Indigenous, you live in the area, you know, they give you opportunities to work with them. And unfortunately, what I've been explained to me is that a lot of the Aboriginal people, a lot of them aren't actually happy with a lot of this mining that goes on their land, which makes a bit of sense when you look at it from the other side. So a lot of them don't actually want to work for these companies because they believe that they're infringing on their land. So it's a very much a catch-22 situation for them. A lot of opportunities, but at the same token, within their community, a lot of debate and negativity around what is going on here with all this mining. I mean, I'm looking around, I can see mines everywhere. You can see the dust blowing from all the trucks, iron ore, a lot of money, yeah, for the local community, unfortunately, they're in a catch-22 with all this. So you've got to understand it from both sides of the fence, unfortunately. But anyway, it's got very windy up here, guys, very dusty, so I'm going to get back. So guys, one little thing which is a little bit of luxury, and it's not even a luxurious thing, but it's a touch of luxury in a place like this where, you know, you're sort of almost in a jail, but we try to make it, my job and a lot of people's jobs that work here, try to make it as comfortable for people to be in, is the pool. Now the pool's not huge, it's almost like a home pool, but look at that, I mean in this sun, I mean look at the sky's blue, the weather's hot, and I think I've explained to you in the previous video, even though it's hot, it's a different heat. It's a dry heat in the Outback. So I'm just going to go in the water. Oh geez, I tell you what, I can't explain to you how good it feels to be able to get, oh man, in that water in this temperature. Now, my job, obviously, I've got the pool cleaner in here. So I'm going to show you part of the video just to show you how the pool cleaner works. All part of my job is to do the pool cleaner. Now I've just got into the spot where it's actually going to climb up to the top here. Okay, it's gone down, beautiful. And oh man, this is so refreshing. And check for monitor lizards in here, which obviously you can see pretty clearly. But guys, this little area, like I said, a little pool area, free to use. During the day, I'm talking sort of softly because there are people who do night shift and sleep around here. So, but this is your own little private oasis just here in the middle of the desert. Look at that. How cool is that? So again, guys, in this pool, the beauty of it, I look after this. So as well as looking after it, I get to use it. But it's a great spot. So I try to come here. I don't spend too much time in the sun because it is hot. I'd say we're probably in the 40s in the moment, 40 degree plus. But like I said, even though it's 40 degrees, in Thailand it felt hotter, even though it was in the 30s because of the humidity. Here it's just dry. So even the 40 degrees, I'm in the pool, it cooled me down. You dehydrate and you don't feel like you're getting as hot as you do in places like Thailand, even in Sydney. But it's the dehydration which gets to you, so you've got to keep drinking because your mouth starts to go dry and your lips start to go dry very quickly. But this is it, guys. So this is the pool. So a little bit of spot that we can use, places to sit. I only come here during the day, so it's middle of the day, smack bang middle of the day, it's midday now. So I come here in the middle of the day because then I'm working usually the busy periods in the evenings and afternoons, so this is when I have my break. But I love coming here and just popping in the pool about 20 minutes and then I'm out. Not every day, but I try to get in here as much as I can. But this is our little pool, guys, here in the middle of the desert. Okay fam, so one thing that I get asked a lot is how do you put up with the heat? And it's a good question because it is very hot. We're in the 40s every day, 40 degrees Celsius every day here, more than that. But the funny thing is, what I've said to a few people, is I was in Thailand for a year, not long ago. As you know, you watch my channel, you know I lived in Thailand for a year. And in Thailand, it doesn't get as hot temperature-wise, not in the 40s, but the humidity kills you. I'm walking around now, it's middle of the sun, middle of the day, in the sun. You can see it's dry as everywhere, but I'm not sweating. It's hot, but I don't feel the heat as much as I did in Thailand. I'd be literally dripping now in Thailand. Just talking to you like this, I'd be dripping. And in Sydney, same thing. When you're in the 40-degree heat, it singes your skin. You can actually feel yourself burning. The weird thing is here, it's a dry heat, so I don't feel the heat. Now, it's windy at the moment. I don't know if you can hear the wind there, but you don't feel the heat here. It's a really bizarre thing, but what happens, you get dehydrated very easily. It's very dusty, as you can see. Look at this. Very dusty. So your mouth dries up. You get heat stroke is very common here. So you don't feel your heat, but your body's heating up. So it's something you've got to be very wary of. So that is something which I say to people. I don't know, it's because I was in Thailand that I can handle the heat. But in general, I'm standing out here now, I don't feel that hot, and it's in the 40s. But if I was in Sydney or in Thailand, even cooler, if you want to call it, 10 degrees cooler, I'd be dying at the moment. So that is something that's unusual. However, it's deceiving, because the only problem with that is and then the flies is the other problem. But the other problem with that is you can get dehydrated and heat stroke very, very quickly without realizing it. Now, as you can see, guys, the flies are everywhere. So let me get inside. But that is something which I'd say to you. The heat can be deceiving. It's not as hot, but you will dehydrate. Here I drink literally every few minutes. You've got to drink water, even when you're sitting inside, because it's so dry that you just get dehydrated, and it can affect your senses and everything else if you're not careful. So that's something you've got to be wary of. But the heat isn't that bad, even though it's in the mid-40s. However, if I was walking around outside with no water, I'd be in trouble very, very quickly. Okay, fam, so this is the gym that I look after here at the second camp that I work at, which is at Calgans, not far from the other one. But basically, guys, as you can see, the gym itself is pretty much a gym that you'll expect to see anywhere you go when you go to your normal gyms. We've got techno gym treadmills, live fitness treadmills. You've got your concept rows, which you get in most gyms. And I mean, look at you've got your squat racks, you've got your deadlift racks. So, I mean, the good thing is for people, there are a lot of people, funnily enough, who come here. You think they're just miners, they're going to be too tired, they just go to work, they come back. There's a lot of people that actually are into their health and fitness, and especially some of them even like bodybuilding, stuff like that. So these type of equipment, which you're going to find at most of your gyms, they love. So this comes in really handy. So basically, this is what my role is, to look after this part of it. As you saw as well, you're going to see the pool. But this is just part of it. And I mean, obviously, a lot of this stuff, people can, so most people, like any gym, know what they're doing. They get into the gym, they're pretty comfortable with what they're doing. As you can see, all the cardio stuff. We've got a cardio room where I do the classes, that's in another spot. And all your big, and you talk about heavy dumbbells as well. Going up to the 40 kilos. So, it's just like a normal gym that you're going to see anywhere you go. I mean, obviously you haven't got all the equipment that a gyms would have, but you're not short on many things, You got your preacher curl bars, you got your barbells as well. So, guys, and the weight plates, you've got quite a lot of weight plates. They go quite heavy as well. So, these are the type of things that you look at when you're coming into work in a gym. I mean, when you've got something like this to work with, fantastic. And this time now, it's during the day, quiet, because obviously the shift changes. When the shift changes come, a lot of night shift people, they like to come and work here, and then the day shift people come after them. So it does get busy, but this is the best time to show you the gym, because it's not too busy now. And I get to use the gym, of course, as well at these times when it is very quiet, so that comes in handy too. So this is the gym that I look after, guys. So part of the job, obviously, which you most likely would expect, is looking after the gym. But like I said, the big part of this role, which I love, is the health and well-being mentally and psychologically of the people that work here. But the physical aspect, of course, is going to come into the role. And this is a big part of it. And it's a perfect space to do this as well. And we're actually expanding the gym, so that's going to come in the future. But at the moment, it's a good space to work in. So there you go. This is the gym we work in. Now, guys, it's flies are terrible. It's almost 4 p.m. and you didn't notice, but there's some buses that are coming, which are bringing all the people from the mines back. So they're coming back after their shift. So I'm going to try to head to the kitchen and film the food before everyone starts getting in there, just so you can get an idea what type of the food we have over here, which is probably the best part of being in this place, the food itself. So I'll try and show you that before they get in there. Oh my God, so here's our kitchen. Look at that. Look how good this all looks. And the food, this is what type of stuff we get every day. There's a menu that we get, changes every day, different things. And our chefs here as well. I'm just showing everybody the type of food that we get here, which is really good. So there you go, guys. That's your food that we get here, that the chefs make, the hot food. And then you've got all your salads, and your desserts, and all this, guys, is supplied free of charge. We do this all day, any day. Stuff in the fridge, and your ice creams. Serve yourself. You've got the canes there. But that's what it looks like, guys. And then we've got our other area here where we've got some other food. Other salads and more vegetarian stuff. So as you can see, guys, they look after us. We get paid well and they look after us. But these guys work hard. It's not easy work, guys, so they deserve this, to be honest. And then in the kitchen there, you've got some more sandwiches. And they call this the crib. This is where everyone sits. But this will be packed in about, I think, 10 minutes when those buses turn up and everyone else starts coming in. Okay, fam, so one thing which I'd speak to a lot of you about is the benefits of doing this sort of work. Not only do you not pay for food for 2 weeks, because you get food for free all day, every day, as much as you want. Not only do your washing, your laundry, everything's covered, your flights are covered. So 2 weeks you literally do not spend a cent at all. But the other great thing for me, not only do I look after this gym, but I can also work out. So I'm going to have my workout now. And like I said, it's a fantastic gym, so it's just like having a gym back home. But you get to work out for free. So I'm going to do my workout now, and then I'll speak a little bit more about FIFO. Okay, fam, I hope you've enjoyed my little journey into showing you what life is like as a health and wellness coordinator here in the Outback, working in the mine sites, doing a 2-week on, 1 week off shift. And as you can see, the lifestyle isn't too bad. However, it's not for everybody, definitely not for everybody. Even for myself, it's something that, you know, thankfully, the stuff that I do with you guys on the YouTubes, the social media has managed to get me a position like this, which is great. However, I still love my travelling, and I've travelled into the Outback. How good is that? But, you know, like I said, it is something that's not easy, but it is something that I want to show you guys what different lifestyles there are. I'm a lifestyle coach, show people a lot of different things that you can do with your life. This is part of it. And like I said, how long this lasts, I don't know. I still want to do my travelling. I want to get back on doing that, so I'll be doing that soon. But my 2-week stint finishes tonight, so I go back to Sydney tomorrow, and it's a 5-hour flight back to Sydney from Perth, so I'm on the other side of the country. But like I said, this is one thing that you can do. I mean, when you do health and wellness, online coaching, all this sort of stuff, people just think of the gym and training people. Looking after people's welfare mentally, psychologically, is just as important as the physical aspect, and this is why I love this job. There's no commercial side to it. It's all about just helping people, and that's what I love to do. That's what I've been doing with you guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed my little journey, showing you what this place looks like, and now you'll be seeing the next lot of videos I do on my travelling back towards Sydney. Catch you later, guys.